Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Iggy's Bodybuilding Camp. Today's video is going to be a higher volume pull workout, and the main focus of this video is going to be showing you all the reps and sets that I do for the bent over row, which is one of the best back building exercises. Today is one of those days where I am truly grateful that BCAAs and caffeine exist, because I am so tired. My daughter was up all night, so I've had a little baby. She kept us up kind of half the night. I am physically and mentally exhausted. Obviously, I wasn't going to miss my workout, but I don't have that rush of going in and killing it. It's more of a getting in and getting out. I've put an extra scoop of my pre-workout in. So I'm going to sip on that, and hopefully it will give me the extra boost that I need to get myself through this. Hope you enjoy the video, guys, and I will see you at the end. Started off the workout with the stiff-legged deadlifts. It's a tricky exercise in terms of form. You need to make sure that you don't round your lower back, and as always I start off each of my exercises, whichever muscle I'm targeting, with the compound. So here, really hitting those hamstrings, and I then moved on to the isolation exercise, which is the seated curls. Now again, not one of my favorites for going heavy, but if you're going to keep the weight light and really rep it out, you can absolutely use this machine, and it's perfect for getting that squeeze and really isolating the hamstring muscles. I follow that up with the adductor exercise. Now the adductors do get worked when you do your squats, but as with every other muscle, I'm trying to create balance and symmetry, and I don't want to neglect any portion of my legs. So I make sure that I also isolate these adductors, i.e. the groin muscle. And then I moved on to the pull-ups. Now in this exercise, it's a compound, so I'm trying to keep the tension in the muscle. As you'll see, I never completely let my arm straighten all the way and never pull all the way up. I'm trying to keep the contraction in the core middle portion of that rep and the muscles. And this allows me to then move on to the next exercise, where I will focus on getting that stretch, using a longer range of motion once I've exhausted the core of the muscle. So that this, where you do the seated pull down, is more of an isolation. So again, as you can see, I'm coupling the compound with the isolation. Although it's the same movement, it's actually not targeting as many of the muscles. You're utilizing and isolating more of the lat here. And obviously, as always with this exercise, the forearms and the biceps do come into play, undoubtedly. Then the main focus of this video, which is the bent over rows. Now, there are two ways that you can do this. You can either have an overhand grip, where your palms would be facing the floor, or you can have an underhand grip, where your palms are facing away from you. So I've decided just for this week to use the underhand, and I always vary up the grip, because that can determine what portion of the muscles you are aiming to hit. So here, this is more of a lat and middle back exercise. It is one of the king of compound back exercises, so if you want to build a good back, it's absolutely vital that you use this. I did 4 sets, didn't do a warm-up set, because by this stage my back muscles were completely warmed up from the previous exercises. I did the first set for 15 reps, the second set for 12, the third set for 10, and then the final set for 8 reps. This is the final set, and you can see I keep extremely strict form and keep my lower back tight at all times. I cannot stress the importance of technique. If you don't have the right technique, you won't be using the right muscles and making the gains that you are working so hard to make. So having worked the middle and lat portion of the back, I decided to then work the upper back. Now this is a great exercise where you keep your arms high, your elbows high, and your chest should be on the pads quite low, and what you're trying to do is target the rhomboid and the rear delts, and again it gives you a really good pump. And then moving on to the lateral raises. Not many exercises you can do for the side delts as an isolation. This is pretty much the main exercise. Again, key is don't go too heavy, keep the weight light and the technique good. And what I did was I supersetted this with rear delts, and I feel that when I do side and rear delts together, the burn is amazing. You really feel that you've worked the deltoids to their absolute maximum. And then one of my favorite machines of all time, which is actually the seated shoulder press machine, but I use it for shrugs, and you can really go heavy and create a perfect contraction. The way the machine set up, the hammer strength, it allows you to individually isolate each trap. And then I finish off, as always, with a bicep isolation move. So here I'm doing the crucifix curls, perfect for creating tension and having that time under tension, because there's tension on the contraction and on the negative portion of the exercise. So really fantastic way to finish off for biceps. Hi guys, just finished the session. I wouldn't say it was one of the best, but I gave it my all, and that's pretty much all you can do. I guess the lack of sleep plays the part, you know. It was just one of those sessions where the pre-workout, the caffeine got me through it. You know, it wasn't a session where I came out feeling invincible or anything like that, but you take the good with the bad, and you know, every session counts, and with every session you make progress. And that's how I see it, you know. As long as you give it your best while you're in there, that's all you can do. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please continue to comment, like, share and subscribe, and support the channel. Keep living the life, be the best version of yourself that you can be, and I will see you next time.